Hey gang, welcome back. Spartans' finest road to the top 50 tour here. Gonna check out yesterday's op. We totally got this one, so tomorrow when I do today's video, it'll be glorious. But yesterday, the theme of the day, you could accurately call it a one of missed opportunities. And you'll just see my attack was shameful. And we ended up, if you see there at the top of the screen, we got the 896. We always will lock out, reserve the base with the least amount of force points until the end, just in case something like this happens. And I'll even show you now, guys. We had GBE finishes on the last two, and that's just because, well, you'll see here. Let's get started. Some very good hits here, but definitely some missed opportunities as well. Part of the reason that I'm making these videos this way, and I'm showing every attack, the killer finishes and the ones like mine was today that failed to live up to their potential, is because this is reality. We all sometimes will have good attacks, and other times we'll have suboptimal attacks. And if you're looking for a video series where every attack is just spot on perfect, go watch Angry Turtles or something like that. But this is a group of guys. We're definitely pretty good. We definitely have a shot at maybe getting that top 50 task force. We're certainly pushing for it. But this op is going to be an example of not always hitting the mark, hitting the intention. As you saw on the walk up there, Brick, she did her own thing, as she's prone to, unfortunately. SD with the walk in the clearing here. And the girl's doing work there. And you see, like I say again, a very respectable walk. Things got a little squirrely right there up at the core. Axiom is a base which, depending on the positioning of those rockets and whatnot, it can be soloed, but it's not always a soloable base. We had kind of earmarked this. I'm going to speed this up double time just at the start. As a two-hit base, so no great problem having this as a two-hit base. We'll watch how Bob finishes it off here. Yeah, and that darn laser beam, which is not something I want to say we normally see on Axiom here, but it just reinforces the need, want, and desire for a well executed walk. And he dropped the core, very nicely done by T and Bob. And am I next? Yeah. Okay. I've been saying this all along in these video series, guys. The name of the game in a 10-man is you've got to solo the bases that you need to solo. And when I failed to solo this, it cost us an attack that we could have used on that final base, which I'm sure could have been soloed, and then we would have got the win. So, I hold myself very directly responsible for not finishing this off. As you guys might have saw on that walk up there, there was a smoke that appeared in the 6 o'clock. I did this attack on my phone at work. I'll do some of them. I've been trying to do the double dip. For those of you who don't know, if you hit an op in the last couple hours and then hit it again at the start of the next off, that's what most of us will call double dipping your power powder boost. And so in the previous day, I did my attack, and then I went to work, and then on my lunch break I did this attack. And as I've proven time and time again, when I'm on my lunch break, I'm attacking on my phone, my little 5-inch screen phone, as opposed to the tablet I use at home. And I had a little bit of hope that Brick here might have been able to shoot this one down with her little pellet gun, but unfortunately, I think I left like 19,000 on the core. And that smoke that I threw right there between the laser beam down here, I threw a smoke there on the walk up, if you guys noticed it. Had I not burned that GBE, I would have been able to reposition a few more girls right where Brick is standing now. And instead of these grapplers getting them and not having the damage at the end here, I mean, you see this literally, I want to say, was 19,000. So if I had even one Zuka left, that would have fallen. So when I say the name of today was very much missed opportunities, no attack more than mine right there shows just exactly how true that is. So here we have Stump on Complex. And again, continuing kind of with our theme of the day of missed opportunities, I've told you many times in these videos that solos are always desired. Not every base can be soloed, and we want to try to achieve taking down any base in 2 hits. Now, most of the time, we accomplish that goal, but every once in a blue moon, a 3rd hit ends up needing to be taken on a base, and in that case, it is more than paramount that everything else gets soloed. Unfortunately, today we ended up burning a total of 4 hits on this base here, Complex. Now, granted, one of those hits was, as you saw at the beginning of the video here, it was just literally a GBE fest. But kind of like the guy who's going to have to follow me on that strange attractors base, we had another one of those here. So, great job of clearing by Stump here. If you're taking on Complex, and if you don't think you have enough GBE to solo it, and as you see here, you'd be smoking right from the beach. There's a rocket launcher there, there's machine guns and flamethrowers, there's a lot to attack your girls if you're going to attempt all the way down the solo. So it was determined, and Stump did it well, to clear as much of that going up there as possible. Jersey on Armadillo. This is a solo. Jersey has become our go-to guy on the hookah. I know he's rocking the Tribe Boost this week, and he's been practicing it a ton, and he has become absolutely lethal with this troop combination, as you'll see right here. Goes for the smoke pattern so that the heavies emerge first. Well done on the shocks, and then down she goes. Great solo there. Like I say, solos, they're just what's needed. If we could solo every base, we could bring down choke point in 6 attacks, which we haven't ever done yet. We've had some 7s, and then we've had some virtual 7s. When you look at our hit tomorrow, which I'll just tell you right now, we're going to probably win it in a total of 9 attacks. But the last 3 of us were really just farting around, not finishing it, kind of on purpose to check where our intel would be. And then I just used some unboosted grins just to say I did, really. Here we go again. Jersey with his hookah, absolutely stone cold, killing it. A very nicely executed solo. And then here we go with Bix. 2nd attack on Complex. We're going to go 4 times just to start, just because, we don't need to overly dramatize the walk up there. So everything, we're going to slow it down just to regular speed now. Everything looking good. Great placing on the smoke there. And as we've been talking about, no real delay with the girls. They didn't really spread when they hit that intermediate walking point. Okay. So yeah. So didn't have the GBE for this set of rockets, kind of in this way, but took it down nearly to the nearly finished it. So I'm kind of wondering, and no disrespect if I actually haven't seen this attack yet, but I'm kind of wondering with just that little bit. Okay, fingers must have had a snafu here. Why don't we go 4x on this, and then let me slow it down. So you just see just where it might have gone wrong here for our man fingers. So far so good. Oh, okay. That's where it went wrong. So yeah, okay. And again, no disrespect to fingers. I mean, I blew my attack. But right there, what you saw, guys, it's a little bit what we've been talking about. If we can all not have the girls spread on that on the walk at the intermediate shock points, and you see there it kind of changed. I was surprised they went that way. Obviously, it surprised fingers. He wasn't expecting the girls to deviate through the rocket launchers and those mines that weren't cleared. But that's kind of what happens. Like I say, the name of the game today was missed opportunities. And so because I left 19K on the core, Norris comes in with, what, 3 artilleries, 2 barrage, and down that one goes. And then juicers, this obviously also must have been a GBE finish here. This looks like quite a bit more. This is probably 50 or 60,000 on there. But nevertheless, something that he had the GBE to finish off there. So, like we said there, had I been able to solo strange attractors, which I should have, or if one attack less on complex, then we easily would have had that. I believe the last base of the day was XL here, but you know, guys, like I say, sometimes it just happens. Like I say, here's what tomorrow's video is going to be like, and I'll just give you the preview there. You can see it's absolutely dead. Like I say, the 5 solos in a row, and then everybody on dredge, which is easily the most soloable base. We all just kind of dinky-dood around there. But yeah, you got to take advantage of your opportunities to solo when you can, or even just finish things in 2 attacks. And for yesterday, that didn't quite happen. And myself, chiefly to blame, because I didn't solo the soloable base. And then, like I say, you know, an unfortunate deviation on the walking by the girls there. Fingers 9 times out of 10 is going to bring that one down. But I guess that happened to be the 10th time out of 10 yesterday. So thanks for watching, and tomorrow we'll get to see all these delicious solos in action. So take care, everybody.